All right, hi everyone. It's Queen Cole here, Like the Past Podcast. I am at Watertree USA, and today I'll be talking with the owner, Brandon Cooper.
Gotcha. Hey everybody, how's it going? Appreciate Queen Cole for being here. My name is Brandon Cooper. I'm the owner of Watertree USA. Let's come inside. Ladies first.
Thank you. All right, Brandon, thank you so much for being on Like the Path today. The first thing I want to ask you, what have you tried new lately?
What have I tried new lately? I have tried a lot of yoga lately, right? So as I'm going into 2021, I know it's a lot of stress on my mind and my body, especially owning this store, doing it by myself. So I'm trying to align my chakras a little bit more, practicing yoga, practicing more meditation, because I don't have a lot of time to myself. So that is something that I'm exploring in 2021. So I'm trying that new.
Okay, come on, Black Man Magic with the yoga and aligning.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, well, continue to try new things.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the first question that I have is, what was the inspiration to open up your shop?
Okay. First off, rest in peace, my uncle, Carlton Fitzgerald. He was my inspiration behind all of this stuff, right? From choosing what college I go to choosing graduate school, to choosing to open up the store and be an entrepreneur. He died back in May. He suffered from double pneumonia. So him and I started the business because years ago he had a battle with cancer. So after he beat cancer, he changed his whole diet as far as what he ate, what he drank, and he was very passionate about alkaline water, but more importantly, providing a tangible, renewable resource, especially to the Black community, right? Because if anything happens, where do Black people go get their water, right? So that was the motivation, combined with I'm in business school. So I went straight from undergrad to business school. So the downfall of that is I didn't have a lot of work experience. So searching for different internships and high-level jobs, they were giving me the runaround. It's something to be expected, right? So following in my uncle's footsteps, he had owned businesses in the past. I wanted to take a leap of faith and bet on myself, right? So at the time I was 23, single, no kids. What I have to lose? Like, I could put my all into this. And I knew I had a plan going in between what I wanted to do then and 30, so that then I can move to the next phase of my life. So I wanted to practice Black economics. I read a lot of books, Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics, and that was what jump-started my motivation to do this. And a lot of people said I couldn't. A lot of people said I was stupid. Why water?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, because I love, everybody who knows me knows that I love alkaline water. Like when I have to drink something else, because, sometimes during the month, you don't have enough money to,
Oh yeah.
to get your alkaline water.
So
when I drink something else, I'm like, I'm slumming this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you bringing this and educating the community on it. I mean, so what's the mission of the whole concept as far as alkaline water?
Alkaline water, so gotcha. So alkaline water is water with a higher pH, right? So typically something that's a 7.5 or above, right? So a little science behind the body. On the pH scales from 0 to 14, when your body is at least the pH of 6 and below, it's acidic. So when your body's acidic, the mucus layer in your body grows. That's how viruses, bacteria, diseases such as cancer grow in acidic environments. When you eat alkaline foods, drink alkaline water, raise your body's pH to at least a 7 or above, helps lessen the mucus in your body, helps fight off those viruses, bacteria, and diseases, helps detoxify your body and clean you out. So the whole mission is just bodily health. So health and wellness for us to live as long as possible and for us to be the best people we can be out here, because there's a lot of things going on in the world, a lot of processed foods, a lot of things not growing how they should be, and you name it, right? From red meats to even some vegan things aren't as healthy when you come to find out. So the whole mission is just for people to better their bodies, become whole, and especially at a time like this during a pandemic, you want to take every precaution possible. So
absolutely. And I think that's awesome, because a lot of times we hear wash your hands, wear your mask, but we're not talking about the holistic part of it, like what you can eat, go outside, get some sunshine, get some vitamin D in life. So I think it's very important with the whole alkaline diet per se to keep that inflammation down and things like that. So I definitely appreciate the alkaline part of it. So how do you advertise your business?
Oh, so I advertise really on social media. I go to farmers markets, trade shows. Word of mouth is real good. But also the main thing is my customers, right? So I have a lot of people come in who are like social media influencers. So one post, boom, they get that many views, going on different podcasts, such as yourself. I appreciate that, like the path. So that's my way of advertising. I do a lot of more guerrilla marketing on my own because I don't have that multi-million-dollar industry backing me as far as corporate money, right? So of course, the word of mouth, social media. And you got to think the time that we're in, like you can pay a social media influencer to post about your business or whatever you do, and you can get more hits on there versus you spending thousands of dollars and doing a commercial on TV.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's the day and the age of social media. Use it to your advantage. And I mean, I'm waiting for you to get this corporate money too. We need to get this corporate funding so we can keep it rolling.
Soon. I'm a year and 5 months in, so soon. It's coming in. It's coming in.
Absolutely. So I love the location. What made you get this location in particular?
So this location in particular being on the Dallas North Tollway and Trinity Mills exit. So 17721 Dallas Parkway, Suite 108, Dallas, Texas, 75287. All right, so this is a very densely populated area, right? So a lot of people, when they move into Dallas, they move into this area from like Frisco to Uptown, right? So I'm right here off the Dallas North Tollway. I'm right here, 35 is right here, 121, 161. So I'm in the middle of a lot of different intersections, right? And it's a lot of different businesses out here, especially businesses in the medical field. So I just felt like this was the best place to be around a group of people who are not only educated, however, I can reach a mass of people in this area.
What about employees? How do you staff your business?
Funny you should ask that. So I've been open for a year and 5 months, and actually I've been doing it by myself. So one thing I learned from different mentors saying, do not hire anybody unless you're ready. And that's a financial commitment, because when you have somebody that's an employee, you're exchanging time for money. So if they work a certain amount of hours, they expect to get paid. And a lot going on during the pandemic and just me starting off as a young business. There's certain things that I can take the hit for, right, personally. But I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm responsible for somebody else putting the food in their family's mouths. So until I'm ready to do the payroll tax, just a lot of stuff, I'm not gonna hire people as of right now. But when I do, I can go about that. A lot of people come in asking like, hey, do you need any help? Part-time, So I really won't have to advertise for hiring employees. I can just kind of pull from the crop that I know right now. So that makes it a whole lot easier when I'm ready. And then I get a lot of people in that kind of know the business, know what I'm doing, kind of see me on the daily, and I can vet them out a lot easier. Because one thing you have to understand is when you hire people in your shop, especially as an entrepreneur doing it by yourself, you take away that customer service that your customers are comfortable with, right? So people come in here a lot because it's me.
Yeah,
but exactly. But if I have other people in here, it's different, right? Like I have different conversations with my customers. I understand them a little bit more. It's kind of like that Chick-fil-A model, right? Wherever you duplicate Chick-fil-A, you always have that same customer service and satisfaction. So you have to take that to an account when you bring in employees in your business.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that. So what about this though? How do you measure success? A year into it, how do you measure your success?
Man, so I could overall, we're living in a capitalistic society, right? So money is how we keep score. But me personally, I measure success really with everything I went through in my first year of losing my uncle. I measured it, can I get to year one, right? So right now is, can I get to year two? With the pandemic and everything, and a lot is crowding in. So it's like the pandemic, looking for investment capital, but you're also increasing the amount of traffic and business that you're getting, right? And the awareness is now spreading. So if I can make it to year two, that is a success for me, especially doing it by my own. And that's when you can start getting the major loans from banks and different contracts and everything. So my success, year one, and my success is year two. Now after year two, then my success is gonna be measured in, okay, how much can I profit? How much can I make off this store? And then once I hit year three and everything gets to balance, then taking off running.
That's it, that's it. Sky is not even the limit. You're gonna keep soaring because alkaline water is definitely what it is. Everybody needs to get on with that. So I want to talk to you a little bit on a personal level, because you also have a podcast. I know you're all business right now. We all talk about Watertree USA. We're all professional. You got all your points. But tell me about your podcast. I love listening to it because It's more geared to guys, but I like it because I can, talk a little shop talk with the guys.
Yeah.
I can get a little inside scoop, so I appreciate y'all. But tell everybody about your podcast and everything about it.
Gotcha. So my boys and I, actually, it was one of my boys, Jamal Brown. He actually went to UNT, so he majored in journalism. So he's real big into different podcasts. So we just came together, and it was just one thing like, yo, we have a voice. So let's get together, talk about sports, music, pop culture, everything. So we've been doing the D1 Ignite University. That's at D1 Ignite University. We're on Anchor, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify. It's a podcast. So we're 65 episodes in. So we're about a year and some change in. And it's something that's growing, right? The Ignite movement. And it's just, we really have things people like to hear us say, right? And we have a lot of controversial topics that we can pull from. And all my boys, Ryan, Kenton, Eric, Turk, and Jamal, we come from different walks of life, and we all went to South Grand Prairie High School, right? So we know kind of everything from music to pop culture and have kind of a well-rounded sense of everything going in the world. So our opinions latch on from different perspectives. And then on sports, we all have like different sports teams, right? So such as the Baltimore Ravens, everybody's killing me. I done got the crying Jordan face memes, everything. All y'all hating on Lamar. So that's how everybody comes together. And then what we're starting to do now is also Ignite Talks, right? So that's a segment where we interview people we grew up with that are actually in the community doing different things, right? And we figure everybody has a voice, everybody has a story, everybody has something to say. And just like y'all take an opportunity to speak with me, I take an opportunity to speak with different people who we grew up with. So I feel like it's a beautiful thing. It's a movement, and I feel like we can turn this really into something positive.
Yeah, it really is. I like, y'all got the hoodies now. Y'all got the hoodie merch. You gotta drop that. You gotta tell them now.
We're going more merch. This spring, more merch. Got merch for the ladies, got merch for the fellas. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So I like that. I like the collaborative effort, and I like the various aspects of the different opinions. So that's what makes it, to me, dope. Like, because y'all be going back and forth, but then y'all are like, nah, this is what it is.
Oh, trust me. We get into more heated arguments off air. Trust me.
See, so y'all need to start releasing some behind the scenes footage.
You know what? We got to, you know what? Nah, you know what? That blooper reel, we don't need that blooper reel to get out. Now, hey, some people got professional jobs they're trying to keep.
Okay. Got you. So I have a book club, and so I like to ask the guests when they come on the show, what book can you recommend, or what book are you reading?
So one book that I recommend is Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. That's what gave me my motivation. He talks about the 5 floors, and basically group economics is the way to go. Another book I would also recommend, The Compensatory Code by Neely Fuller, and also The ISIS Papers by Frances Cress Welsing. So all these books give us a sense of where we come from, why we are in the situation we are, and how we can find solutions to get out of it as well. One of my personal favorites is Sun Tzu, Art of War. I read that actually when I was a freshman in college, right? Because I kept hearing about it. And basically it just talked about tactical warfare. So how to win the war without even fighting it, right? And that's kind of the situation we're in, especially as Black people. So combine that with Powernomics and different Black empowerment books, then we can help define and come up with a strategy to elevate ourselves and cut that part out. But yeah, we good.
All right, that's dope. I like that. I'm gonna have to make sure everybody gets those books. Okay, so the final thing that I want to ask you, Brandon, is what advice can you give a new entrepreneur starting their business? Okay,
first thing I would do is whatever business that you want to do, find a mentor that's in that field that also has flexible and scalable ideals, right? So a lot of times people in my generation, we want to get mentorship from the older generation. However, there's a huge disconnect, right? As far as how business is done and how things are handled nowadays. It's no longer cut your hair, shave your beard, stand a certain way, look a certain way, and you can go in and do what you got to do, right? So, and we live in a day and age where marketing is different, buying is different, right? And number 2, I would say get a lawyer. Get a lawyer who specializes in the field that you're going into. You're going to need that, especially when it comes down to you determining, do you want to do a nonprofit, LLC, sole proprietorship, all that. Number 3, I would say get a CPA. Get a CPA you know and trust, and people can vouch for this person and their work, because you're going to need that. You do not want the IRS on your back. You want to be covered legally, and you want to be covered monetarily as well. So those are the 3 things I would do: mentor, lawyer, and CPA. And once you do that, you're on your way. Fourth one I would say is read. Read as many books as you can on entrepreneurship, selling, buying. And five, I would probably say watch a lot of different podcasts and different things you see on YouTube, and just learn from people's mistakes. Right? Any battle that you're going through currently, somebody else has already went through that, and they can at least give you advice on how to navigate and maneuver past that.
That's great advice. That's great advice. Tell everyone where they can follow you on social media and how to get in touch with you so they can get water.
Gotcha. So on social media, my personal page, Twitter, Instagram @Jet_affiliated. On my business side, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter @Watertree USA. You can contact me on any of those. I am always available, and you could ask me any questions. You can come pick up some water. Again, 17721 Dallas Parkway, Suite 108, Dallas, Texas, 75287. Try to do that like a commercial. But other than that, come holler at your boy. Get healthy. Please, everybody. We're in a pandemic. It's a lot going on. All diseases and different sickness start in the gut. Take care of your body first, because you only get one.